Okay, my name is Don Rinkor of Rinkor Rare Coins, and our office is in Santa Rosa, California. I've been coming to the Long Beach Expo and setting up here as a dealer for about the last 32 or 33 years. And so I'd be here 3 times a year, January or February, depending on when the first show is of the year, and then also in June or July, and then September. And so been doing that for a long time, and we're here to buy and to sell, and we know a lot of local people here. We have a lot of regular clients, so this is one of our best shows.
Yeah. What does this show kind of mean to you on a personal level?
Well, it is kind of personal. This is actually the first major show I actually ever attended and set up at. And so, so we started in '93 when we started our company, and this was probably mid-'95, '96 when we actually set up here for the first time, and it was very successful, and we've been back every time since then, so we really haven't missed a show.
Wow, okay. Is there any other show in this area that is comparable?
There's no show on the West Coast that's comparable to this show. So we used to do a Santa Clara show, which was originally owned by Collectors Universe as well.
Okay.
And Santa Clara was a great show for Northern California. And then over time that pretty much diminished, and they stopped doing that show. There was also a San Jose show every January in downtown San Jose, very, very successful. It's gone as well, and now it's a small little show in a hotel. But the Southern California show, this is the one. Long Beach has always been the best show. And normally dealers from all around the nation would come to the show. Not so many from East Coast come here anymore because of California tax laws.
Sure.
But the California dealers and West Coast dealers, this is probably one of their favorite shows.
Okay. How do you feel about this possibly being the last year that they'll be running the show?
Well, disappointed would be a good term, but also not really surprised. I think they've made it pretty clear that they really don't want to be in the coin show business, Collectors Universe. They've got more important things to deal with, and I think this was a product that they had purchased a long time ago, and they just have been running it, but not really, their heart really hasn't been in it.
Sure.
And so at this point, though, I would doubt that this would be there would be a long hiatus before somebody else comes along to set up a show in this area, because of the amount of collectors that are in this area, the ease of flying in and out of the LA area. There's a lot of appeal weather-wise for this area. So somebody, if it hasn't already happened already, I'm sure there'll be at least a couple major shows by other organizers to fill the void here.
Okay, so we've maybe got something to look forward to. Do you think they will match the depth of this show?
So the depth of the show right now isn't what it used to be like, say, 5 or 6 years ago. Sure. The show's a little bit lower attendance as far as dealers, which is ultimately, we used to actually be on the other side of the convention center in a much bigger hall, and now this is the downscale size of the show. But it's still well attended by collectors, but again, we don't have quite as many dealers as we used to have. And that energy, by having more dealers, really does make a difference in the show.
Sure.
But as far as somebody coming along with a show that's equal to or greater than this, I think this could be matched or even expanded on to something even better than what this show has been for the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, might just need a little bit of love put behind it.
If somebody's passionate about building a really quality show, they would get dealers from all around the nation to come, yeah. We only attend maybe a dozen shows a year, and the biggest one for us is the summer ANA.
Okay.
And then, followed by that is usually the fun show. Central States has been very good the last few years. It wasn't in the past, but it's been very good the last few years. But Long Beach and Baltimore were always like the East and West Coast comparable shows. And but you get beyond that, and there's really nobody doing any really quality major shows.
Yeah.
And part of it is it's the same companies that have been running them and managing them or owning them for the last couple decades.
Yeah, sure.
So nobody's come up with a really good like ideal coin show, trade show, collectible show that would really rival, at this point, like the ANA summer show is pretty much the premier show for the United States. Well, we have a retail storefront in Santa Rosa, so we buy and sell everything that comes in the office, from wheat pennies to people's gold teeth to silver dollars to currency.
Okay.
We do sports cards, Rolex watches, a lot of different things. When we travel, though, we generally only bring certified silver dollars for the most part. That's what we specialize in. So on our website, we have mostly high-end, attractive, PCGS certified silver dollars. We specialize in deep mirror Prooflike dollars. We do a lot of trade dollars and peace dollars as well. That's kind of our forte, and that's what most people know us for.
Okay.
But we actually buy and sell just about everything you can imagine when it comes to coins.
Gotcha. What do you specialize in personally? What's your favorite type of coin to collect?
So in 1993, when we started doing coins, dollars quickly became the primary focus, and then within a couple of years, it was primarily PL and DMPL dollars, which is a very small segment of the dollar market.
Yeah.
But they're also probably the most attractive silver dollars, and they are actually very scarce because there's only about 2% of any of the coins that ever get graded actually have the designation of deep mirror Prooflike.
Interesting.
So yeah, it's actually it's a little bit of a niche market, but there's a lot of collectors for deep mirror Prooflike dollars. So when they make silver dollars, they basically prepare the dies by polishing them and making the dies as clean as possible before they produce the coins. And then they also wash the planchets, and the planchets were run through like a tumbler. So they basically got to be very smooth, very flat. And the new dies that were freshly polished, when they struck the coins, the first couple hundred that came off the mint had proof-like surfaces. They were like reflective, like a mirror.
Yeah.
Just like when they make proof coins, then they're intentionally trying to make a very high quality coin. Well, the mint employees weren't trying to do this. They were just making coins because they were just made for currency, for exchange, obviously. And but again, the first maybe 100 or 200 coins actually have proof-like or deep mirror proof-like qualities. And then, of course, these were thrown in bags. So the number of them that actually survived in high quality condition is very, very, very small percentage. So again, these weren't made by design, but the result is that there's a small portion of them that actually have reflective surfaces. Yeah. There are other coins too that were made that have proof-like qualities. Again, not intentionally, but not like the Morgan silver dollars. They're primarily the ones that have reflective surfaces. Peace dollars, you just don't find that. Some of the earlier dollars, like some of the trade dollars, a few of those, the first few coins that came off the die, some of those have graded proof-like. But again, Morgan dollars are primarily the ones that you can find it with deep mirror proof-like qualities.
Gotcha. So I probably already know the answer to this question, but do you like gold or silver coins better?
Well, I primarily do silver coins, but right now gold is about everything. I mean, 9 out of 10 transactions in the office right now are people selling gold. And it's because obviously gold's at a record high, and a lot of people are cashing in and taking the money and doing other things with it. But as far as the coins I do prefer the silver coins.
Okay. Is there any particular reason behind that? You just kind of fell into it. You're like looking at Morgan dollars and they happen to be silver?
That's pretty much it. And just a passion for just the look of the coins, particularly the ones that have like really, frosty cameos on them. And that's again, a quality of the deep mirror proof-like dollars.
Yeah.
And so, they're just beautiful coins.
What would you say is the best way to get started in coin collecting?
Learn what you want to collect, or figure out what you want to collect, and study it a little bit before you just go out and start collecting. Because most people end up starting off, whatever they start with is not often what they end up really collecting in the long run. Because they think something's cool, they buy some, they collect a few, but they really aren't sure what they want to collect. So if you come to a coin show like this, you're going to see just about every kind of U.S. coin or even foreign coins that were ever made, and just basically walk around and see what really attracts your attention. And then of course you have to consider your budget. If you want to collect $20 gold pieces, but you're only making $20 an hour, you're probably not going to be able to save up a lot of money to be able to buy $20 gold pieces. So, but you can buy silver dollars for $30 to $40 to $50 a piece, and there's all kinds of other coins you can buy for much less. So budget's a factor, but a lot of it is really what attracts your attention and what do you like.
Do you have a favorite historical time period?
I like the Civil War.
Civil War.
Yeah, I just think there's a lot of, a lot of great history in the Civil War. And mintages of coins during the Civil War are very small by comparison because they were busy having a war and not really paying attention to currency
Right.
and coins. And so it is one of the areas that is the most collected.
Have any particular coin that is like your holy grail? Something maybe that's super rare, something that's maybe a little bit out of the price range, something that like if it were to pop up at auction and no one else was really bidding on it, you would definitely go grab it.
Well, I'm pretty sure they would be bidding on it because one of the favorite coins I really love, like, first of all, the rarity of the '89 Carson City silver dollar,
Okay.
and then the ones in deep mirror Prooflike, again, because there's not as many of them, but they're beautiful. And so if I could put away a box of 20 coins and they were all 89 cc's and deep mirror Prooflike, that would be the trick for sure.
So that's the official answer?
That would be
What is
it.
just a general ballpark of the value of one of those?
In '63 deep mirror Prooflike, they're probably around $65,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you want 10 of them?
I'd like 20 of them, but yeah. Oh yeah, well, so yeah, the website is Rinkor, Rinkor, rarecoins.com. And you can also find us on eBay. You can find us on in the gray sheet. We're advertising on the silver dollar page, so we're out there